Well, yeah. Well, I heat treated it. Mr. John's working on a big old hunk of 16-pound chunk of Keokuk. Look at that right there. Nice piece. It's thick though, isn't it, Mr. John? It's thick.
Yep. I don't know how to attack this joker. Ooh.
What's that, a crack in it?
I don't know. It might have been where I hit the first time up there. No, it's crap. See it going right around through there.
Yep, there's a crack right there.
Yep.
But it looks like that layer is going to come off there and
Yep.
you'll be okay.
It will be if it does.
Yep, you got under it now, I think. I worked on a big one at Water Creek. After it got dark, everyone was winding down, and I started hitting on that thing and started echoing through the campground. And boy, here they come. Everyone knew someone was working on a big one. Jim Redfern come over there and goes, I heard that. I heard someone was over here beating a big one. I wasn't looking for an audience because that made me nervous.
I know. I hate trying to do something somebody watching me. That's when something big like this, because I don't have access to things as big like I used to. You kind of forget how you need to support it. Trying to bring back memories, can I do this and get away with it or not? You want to try to move as much mass as you can, possible, to save the width. Make it narrow. My muscles are so weak. It's just hard to pick this thing up or what.
Well, that piece started out 16 pounds. So it's like trying to flip around a medium flat rate box on your lap almost, you know. You're making some headway, though.
I'm glad you think so. Try to run one all the way through there. I'm hoping I can do it right here. Didn't quite get to it. I'll be done.
You went quite a ways, though. You're getting some nice spalls off there.
Guy that owns this quarry, Trey Lassie, we go back probably 40 years or longer. I remember when he used to live out in Oregon, he was found some jasper, Richardson rock transfer somewhere, I don't remember, it's been stored since many years ago. But you get on the side of the mountain, and a lot of it was real grainy and chalky like it. He just throw it down the side of the mountain for years. One day he kept a whole nodule of it, probably weighed about 30 pounds, put it in a kiln, put it at like half the temperature, left it there for days and got it out, and it was like glass just about. He said, my God, thousands of dollars down the side of that mountain. And he went down and got it all
Really?
out. Yeah. And he said, had no idea it would turn out like this. And I got a lot of it from him, and sure enough, I put it in my kiln and did it like that, and it worked.
I'll be damned.
But something about being that big a thick a nodule, and it expanding from the heat's what he was trying to explain.
Right. The the thicker it is, the more pressure that can build.
Yeah,
I think.
that's what he thought was doing it, but it worked. And I've tried on a lot of grainy stuff before too, and it worked. And had so much luck with it when it's thin, but if it's like 2 or 3 inches thick.
Time, pressure, and heat, and the thicker it is, that's why I like to do that coral hole. Plus, if you can't ever get all the oil out of that coral if you saw it first.
There's a layer right here going on that back. There we go.
And that's how the pros do it.
Sir?
That's how the pros do it.
Shoot. Yeah. Just knock that off over the crack there.
She's sounding pretty solid right now.
Yep. I'm gonna have to take a nap after roll this big rock around. I'm wore out. Go sleep a couple hours.
Well, both of us were up at 3 in the morning, so.
Get me a mustard green sandwich. You know I love a mustard green sandwich.
Do you?
Yeah, it's one problem though.
What's that?
You have to eat it all at one bite or your bread gets too soggy. Man, when that bread gets soggy, it ain't fun eating there. The funniest thing I ever saw, we had 2 coon dogs, Walker Hound, and we fed them table scraps. That's all they ever got. We always had, we raised our own vegetables and had cows and pigs, and we plowed corn, 3 or 4 acres of corn and 4 or 5 acres of peas and stuff. And we just poor old country folks. And that particular evening, nothing was left over but 1 pot of okra. And it was about that long, boiled okra.
Yeah.
Mama had in the peas. And we eat all the okra that was in the peas with that 1 pot. And so I just go outside and the porch lights on and there them hound dogs. And they know I got something for them to eat. And I just took it and threw it up in there like that. And they both jumped up to get it. And the one that got it, he jumped on the other and whipped his butt because he thought he got it. That okra went down so fast, he didn't know he had it. It was for sliding. That big dog finally saved my life.
Over okra.
Yeah, over a piece of okra. I had a guy send me a text asking if I knew anybody to take a baby coon. And I told him, man, I'd love to have it. I said, if just according how old it is, I said, you know, if they're young enough, you can tame them. I had a pet coon, one of the best pets I ever had. And he would go to town with me, and he would sit in my lap, and he'd put his front feet on the steering wheel like he'd drive. And
Really?
I called it a mini record. People look out there too driving that truck. But he said, well, I sent you a picture of the daughter sitting there holding it and drinking a bottle out of her. And I said, yeah. I said, I want him. He said, well, it's too late. Somebody just come and got him. He sent me the text, and I didn't see it like the next day. And the man said he'd come over and look at him, he might get him. And while he was talking about it, the guy come up to get it. But I was real disappointed. I was hoping that little pet coon.
Well, you got her into a biface anyhow.
Right by my face. Kind of looks like my face. All wrinkled. Boy, look at all the floats down there. I got some big stuff down there.
I know, you got a whole bunch of arrowheads laying down there.
Yeah.
And a pretty good bucket of spalls right there, too.
That Mr. Collins, I don't know what to think about him.
He's a hot mess, huh?
Hand me that billet right there.
But
Yeah.
the big whacker.
Try to run this way. We'll support it right here. Hopefully I won't break it in the middle. Run right up through there. Hopefully it goes further. Got the yellow wrist. I was afraid it was going to snap. I didn't hit it as hard as I should. My wrist chickened out at the last minute. I call it the yellow wrist. You get all brave, you get ready to hit it, and then you just like shaking somebody's hands like a wet dish rag, you know, it just I'm using this because I can control it a lot better. Get my platform set up. It's been years since I worked something this big.
John, I've got a few slabs of that Keokuk that's about 28 inches long, close to 30 inches long.
Wow. How did you saw it?
That's top secret.
Huh?
That's top secret.
Okay. With the rental place like that, they cut the roads up and all.
Right.
And if you could lock a rock down, man, you could do some serious sawing with big stuff. I bought some.
Ooh, that one scared me a little bit.
Huh?
That one scared me a little bit. I thought it broke, but it didn't.
A friend of mine owns one of those rental shops.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you do if you use blades? He said, we throw them away. I said, can I buy them? He said, no, you don't want them. So we get through with them, they will slap out. And I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, you ain't gonna get nothing out of them. I said, well, can I have one of them? He said, yeah. And I brought that Southern home, and he wasn't lying. But I pinged it, P-I-N-G is what I call it. And I got some good out of it.
Huh.
And that's what I had my saw. It was a 24-inch blade. I cut a minute rock with that blade. And I said, I done found a source of getting good used blade. So anyway, went back and got another one. And I didn't get nothing out of it. I mean, he was right. I pained and pained. I tried to blow it in the face, and it wasn't nothing to pain. He just go kaplunka, kaplunka, kaplunka. It wasn't nothing there. Like one of them old coffee pots, a drippulator.
Right.
So I thought I found I just got lucky on that one blade. He knew what he was talking about. If we get through with them, there ain't nothing left.
You know, when I first started napping, I really didn't care that much for Keokuk. But I've gotten to where I really love it.
I've always liked it.
I think
the key to it is heat treating. There's so many different grades of it.
And the first stuff I got was very grainy.
And each grade takes a different temperature.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get people to understand that. But once you know, look at it, and you know what to heat it if you fool with it.
Right.
And
it is some very nice material. It doesn't film very good when you're filming it because it bleaches out, you know, when you're right over it with heavy lights. But so I don't nap a bunch of it on camera, but
yeah, you one of those guys got to have a makeup artist. When you do your film. You got 999 lights and lamps and
Mr. John, I need all the help I can get.
you even got your own studio chair you sit in like they do when they make the movie.
I need me a trailer though. One of them trailers where you rest in between shots, you know?
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna come this way. Start trying to run my floats uphill. Probably should have stayed with that bigger hammer, but I ain't used that thing in a long time and I don't trust my accuracy with it. I go out there and fall a bunch of rocks all day and then the next day I would trust it, but right now I don't.
Nice. Very nice.
I'm gonna try to run this way. And try something different too. See how it works. Try hitting with the side of my billet right there and follow through like that.
That's a nice removal.
Eddie Lee Ballard taught me how to do that. You got more accuracy when you got it choked up like this. The problem there is it was too much mass. This wasn't heavy enough. If it was heavy enough, if I'd hit harder, it didn't hit hard enough. That's why it went in there and just didn't shear that out and go across. If I was flung like this instead of trying like I was talking about, it would come out. But I'm going to go this way and hit swing real hard like that. And then went right across there. I need to go all the way across. But kind of painting myself in the corner. Try one more time that way. There we go.
There you go.
I like using that method, but you gotta get it set up right. It don't give you much wobble room for error when you're using it. I'm getting me a platform on this little point right here. I'm coming across there. My eyes done gone to burning. Something in here's gone burning. I think it's a chemical in this wood in this building. It gets a certain temperature. This is where I come and got that out. I hit that way.
That was a nice removal right there.
See what
Very
it
nice.
was at. See, that's what a lot of people, and I never did. I always run my plate straight across. I never thought about making them on angles. And you got to do that lots of times. When you get it finished where you want it, then you run out. Worry about making a pattern straight across or something. Especially zigzagging on the square edge. I go down like this and angle back that way. I might come right down here and let it follow this ridge.
You did it.
Went right down it. It's a woolly booger on this side. So I come right down here.
Well, you sure did too. Yeah.
Right that way. Now I've got a little ridge going this way. That damn Colin. I don't know what to think about that man. He's something else with a capital S. He told me he sharpened his knife to skin mosquito hawks or dragonflies. I said, do what? He said, man, we hunt dragonflies in Alaska. This one get as big as a sparrow. We shoot them with shotgun. You gotta have a sharp knife to skin that dog. I was like, how sharp? He said, sharp enough to shave the hair off a dog's butt and never wake him up while he's sleeping. I said, my God, that's pretty sharp. I don't care who you are.
I'm gonna do some napping in Alaska in January.
Really?
Yeah, I'm taking my tools with me, and there's a kid up there that is a son of my one of my wife's childhood friends. He's been trying to nap whatever he could nap up there, and there ain't nothing to nap up there. But I'm gonna take him some rock and beginner kit.
That's been one of my dreams to go to Alaska.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that could be
Me and
arranged.
my wife would like to do a cruise, but we can't afford it. Now we retired, we always thought it'd be nice to do one of them cruises up through there.
Yeah.
I had a friend named Jay Massey. He was, I'll tell you about it, he retired game warden up there. And he was the author of several books. And he started guiding people to whitewater rapids and all. I guess they do that up there. I don't know.
Yeah, they
Am I
do.
right on it?
Yeah.
And he told me if he'd guide him a big moose hunt, it wouldn't cost me nothing but my license and getting up there. And when I found out what the plane fare was and the license and all, I thought I didn't want to hunt no moose.
I think it's $1,000 now, or maybe more. I think the last moose tag I bought up there, I think was $1,000. I haven't been up there in a while because, I haven't been since my back surgery.
Well,
which
you
was
got run away from there, didn't you?
run away from there.
Yeah, didn't the law tell you not to come by?
No, not that I know of.
Oh, okay. That's a rumor going around.
that must be a rumor.
Yeah.
You got me thinking, did I get in trouble? John knows something I don't. Might have been on America's Most Wanted and didn't know
On
it.
this, I'm going to come straight down. Because I'm going to go under that hinge. And hopefully it'll work.
Sounded good.
I'd go straight down
Sure
and
did.
under the hinge. My shock waves went under it. If they didn't go under it, it would have started going up like a stair step. The hinge would. And in my videos, I talk about that a lot, how to get hinges out. But always remember your shock waves are like this, and I take my finger, and this is the impact, and I said, if I hit there, the shock waves go, but if I hit there, they're going under this way. And so I try to figure out, make sure my shock waves are going to go under it. And I got enough built up to do it. And try to move this in one blow. Get rid of it. I'll come right here. And swing this way.
Well, you sure did.
I'm getting nervous.
Getting nervous.
Yeah, I ain't worked nothing this big in years, man.
Just a rock. Someone told me one time it's just a rock.
That was one of the best lessons I ever learned in my life. Jim Spears was one of the nicest guys. I don't know if he's still alive. I wouldn't know how to get in touch with him, but he lived in Missouri and had a business called something trading company. But he used moose billet, and that's what he knapped with, made big blades. And he got invited to do seawater private knapping, and he had invited 6 of us. And Jim Spears was one of them, and I just honestly don't remember. Regan, I think how you pronounce his name, R-E-G-A-N. He was the first one ever started making flint knapping tools. And I probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I think it's called buzz bar. He was an electrician with flat copper bars. Does that make sense now?
Yep.
And we would use the flat side. And somebody's come out with them several years ago. And that flat side would curl around like a prop on a propeller. I beat so many of them up. And all of my tools was free because he knew I was breaking tons of rock all the time, and I was his demo man. And he would send me a tool, and 3 months later I'd send him a picture of it back, and I'd held up and all. And he was having trouble getting the handles to hold up. And
Cracking the handles.
and he finally figured out a way to keep the handles from cracking, and he got it perfected. Then they got to making them round. I got one of those old tools somewhere around here. I'd have to take me probably an hour to find it. But both sides are twisted like that. It was flat, and it goes to turning as you hit on it, and then the other one turning the other way. It looked like a prop on an airplane.
Well, you took that hinge out.
I should have showed you.
You should have showed that, because that was a little miracle right there.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking. I'm thinking about that too. But anyway, somebody had a piece of hornstone. It was probably this big, and I bet he spent 4 hours on it. He started that morning, and it was just before dark that evening. And he didn't work on it, as I say, he worked probably 3 hours that morning, 2 or 3 hours right before dark. We all sitting out there in a circle in a chair in the yard, and all this rock is outcropping out of the ground there up at Branson. And he finished it, and he's sitting right across from me, and it's like 6 people that got to me. And I'm looking at it, and somebody said, "Hold it flat in your hand and look up like that." And I did. It slipped out of my hand and hit one of them rocks and broke in 3 pieces.
Oh.
I didn't know what to do. I could have crawled in and pissed that hole.
I would not have wanted to be you.
I was like 20 years old. I've never been so embarrassed in my life. I was the youngest person there. Got invited to this thing I thought was just such a great honor. And I didn't know what to say. I stuttered like I'm doing now. I said, "Man," I pulled my wallet out, and I didn't have much money. I said, "How much you owe?" And he starts laughing. Everybody's looking at him. You could have heard a pin drop. And I said, "What's funny?" He said, "It's just a rock." He said, "Man, I'd make another one just like it. What are you talking about?" And that stuck with me the rest of my life. And I've had kids pick up stuff at shows and stuff I go to. That little boy pick up one of my knives and hit it on the table. He wasn't but like 6 years old, and I wasn't looking, and broke it half in 2, and his mama like to cry. She said, "Oh my gosh, what owe you?" I said, "Man, it's just a rock. You don't owe me nothing."
Wow.
But it taught me a good lesson about that. And things you think are important really aren't.
No, that's true. It's the simple things in life, John. Like a brand new pair of socks. It's hard to beat a brand new pair of socks, isn't it?
That's right.
I put on a brand new pair this morning. I thought, well, that feels good. It's the little things. You got to learn to enjoy those.
I don't know if I like new underwear a lot.
No?
I like my broken in underwear.
I'd have to agree with you.
I'm not going to go no further than that.
You're still wearing underwear from the 60s?
Yeah. And And you might want to call this a Knapp-in. It's a little private thing I've been doing for a couple of years, and finding people within 3 or 4 hours of them. And some of them come and some don't, but I'm just in a little building. I only have room for like 5 people in here.
Right.
I don't like to call it a Knapp-in. I try to change it around. I invited like 4 that didn't come, so they couldn't make it. And a couple of them live in North Mississippi, about 3 hours from here. But I don't know how I got involved in that.
Well, you got at least 2 coming from 6 hours away, and I'm one of them.
I think Dan was on Facebook or something, and I don't remember what it was about. He was learning flint knapping. I said, "Come on down to the house sometime, and I'll help you out. It won't cost you a penny." And he said, "Are you serious?" And I was upstairs with a heart attack. And I'd offered that to so many people, nobody never took me up on it. He called me and said, "Can I come?" I said, "Yeah." We had a blast.
Sure did, and still having fun.
Now, I got to hit this hard enough to jump this and get under this. And I got a little piece right here that's that way. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it
Yes,
goes
sir.
that way.
Yes, sir.
And I got to get rid of that. Because if I hit that, it's going to a monkey wrench. Y'all know what a monkey wrench is, and the whole shooting match. Alright, I got rid of it. I'm going to hit right here. And it crushed. I didn't have it ground good enough. I did, but my accuracy, I hit too far where I ground it that way. So now I got to go back and punt in the 20-yard line and make sure I hit where I got it ground. I'm going to try to come this way and this way. I'm going to try to follow this and then follow it back that way.
That must be Mr. Stone Hook right there.
Yep, so we're going
We're gonna take.
see how that went that way?
It did.
Now I got a ridge here. We got Mr. Stone Hook driving up. He's probably not too much. I don't think he's too smart. I don't want to know that.
He'll never know you said that.
Now, I don't know if he can follow directions. He's on the video right now, and he don't even know what we're talking about.
Should we go help him bring his stuff in?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
We're going to call it quits for right now.
All righty. Thank you, Mr. John.
Y'all have a blessed day.